Do you take pride in beating people off? Beating people up? Crap. I should probably edit that out. So, are you ready to see some of your favorite Dungeon Fighter Online characters in what is arguably their most appealing form yet? Because, well, I am. I have personally been waiting for this game ever since it was announced, and I really couldn't be any happier than I am right now to learn that both Neople and Nexon have revealed their very first full in-game gameplay trailer for the upcoming title. Now, despite Nexon, I don't know, they're kind of hit and miss with regards to their titles, and you know what? Okay, they're a terrible garbage company. But despite all of that, Dungeon Fighter Online has continued to be a fantastic title that has been a lot of fun for me personally, and I am still eagerly anticipating both Dungeon Fighter Overkill and Project BBQ, which are potentially gonna launch sometime next year. You know what else I'm anticipating though? You guys clicking that subscribe button and dropping a comment if you feel like staying up to date with everything pertaining to the MMO genre, that is. And of course, with your opinion on whether you're eagerly anticipating this game too. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer, because, well, it already has hundreds of thousands of likes as is, and a very, very surprising at least 99% like ratio. Oh man, if you guys didn't, I know you guys saw that. Wow. This just looks insane. This looks just like Guilty Gear. Like, crazy reminiscent of Guilty Gear. Holy crap. Dungeon Fighter Duel. That, you know what? Granted, yeah, that was only a 48-second in-game trailer, but man, that actually looked sick. The Dungeon Fighter team are absolutely slaying it recently with their trailer reveals. Dungeon Fighter Overkill looks like an absolutely gorgeous modern take on the Dungeon Fighter IP, and Dungeon Fighter Duel looks like a fantastic Guilty Gear Soul Calibur amalgamation, which makes sense as Neople are working with Arc System Works, the developers behind the Guilty Gear series. In the trailer, we were shown footage from the Berserker, the Inquisitor, the Striker, the Grappler, and the Ranger. We saw a lot of combos, we saw some grappling, some gratuitous shots of certain classes, more specifically a certain class, if you guys weren't really paying attention to it, which I know that a lot of you were, because much like myself, you're a bunch of degenerate men of culture, as you guys like to refer to yourselves as. See, I openly admit that I'm a degenerate. You guys wear this mask to try and hide the fact that you guys are, but you can't for me. No, you can't. I can spot another degenerate like miles away. I have like a degenerate seeking radar. We still don't know a whole lot concerning the upcoming game, but Nexon did state that now the first full trailer for the game is out, they will not only be opening various different channels, but will also be continuing a steady stream of not only new information, but also new footage over the course of its development process, which is genuinely disconcerting, given that they said more or less the same thing about both Project BBQ and Imperia Chronicles, the latter of which has, well, since been cancelled, much to the dismay of its fans, and the former only receiving 2 trailers total in the several years that it has been in development for. But I mean, you know, this is just Nexon being Nexon. That's what they do. They announce a game, years later they're like, hey, we're still working on the game, and then they introduce you to a brand new trailer that gets you really hyped for it, and then they cancel it, and you're like,
okay, yeah, Thanks.
Now, there has been no news on a confirmed Western release date currently. I mean, there has been no reveal of any type of Western version in the immediate future either. Heck, they have no scheduled release date within its own country of origin, which should go a ways to show exactly how far through the development process they are. But during their latest financial report, they did note that Dungeon Fighter Duel was slated for some type of 2022 release. Whether that is accurate or not remains to be seen, however. Regardless, the entire Dungeon Fighter intellectual property is on fire right now. Dungeon Fighter Online is doing great. Dungeon Fighter Overkill looks incredible. Project BBQ looks amazing, and the mobile Dungeon Fighter, well, it looks like a mobile game. Like, it looks about what you'd expect out of one.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it.